Hello everyone. So some bad news for Ukraine from Kursk here. Russia, using North Korean soldiers, has launched a successful counterattack that's effectively cut Ukraine's incursion in the area in two. This was reported this morning. This attack featured a large number of North Korean troops, but no mention as to how many exactly or casualties. Because of this, all roads to Sudzha are under heavy fire, so this is quite a tricky situation for Ukraine. This was reported by Ukrainian sources and was an attempt to cut off Ukrainian sources from logistics leading from Ukraine into Kursk and establish fire control over the key supply routes. This was quite a rapid push by Russia here. Here's the situation as it was on 4th of March, and here the 5th, so you can see Russia's counterattack, or rather the North Koreans' counterattack, began. Started to push west as shown, and then today, where they've cut Ukrainian-controlled Kursk in two basically. This is an advance of about 7 kilometers. I wonder if this attack caught Ukraine by surprise because of the awful terrain in the area. It's very unsuitable for offensive operations because of the rivers and streams of pools you can see to the east, which the North Koreans would need to bypass, and I think would restrict the use of armour. So it seems North Koreans attacking from this direction may have caught Ukraine by surprise. Now, the positive side here, the North Koreans are quite vulnerable to counterattack. Unless Russia can push quickly and expand their foothold here, it does look like Ukraine, with forces north, south, and west of the North Koreans, have a very good opportunity to counter here and potentially cut the North Koreans off, but we are going to have to wait and see. In the north part of Kursk, Russia has launched a counterattack as well. This video here shows the Russian flag has been raised in a settlement called Staraya Soro, China. This is a small settlement as you can see here on Google Maps in the geolocation. Let's check where it is on deep stakes. So you can see this is north of Sudzha. So Russia certainly pushing Ukraine hard in Kursk. Hopefully we'll get some good news from the area soon. We do have some good news though from Pokrovsk in Donetsk on the eastern front. Here you can see that in the past couple of days Ukraine has now liberated Uspenivka, the fourth settlement of the region liberated by Ukraine this year, after Kotletnya, Pushchana and Avsivka. This was one of the major offensives by Russia late last year and early this year. But since mid-January, it's not only ground to a halt thanks to Ukraine smashing both the logistics lines and inflicting heavy losses on the Russian forces, but Ukraine is now also pushing Russian forces back in some of the areas. Russian forces look to be in some difficulty here. At the moment, Ukraine is just nibbling along the edges of Russian-controlled territory. But as we saw during the Kharkiv counter-offensive, all it takes is for one area of the front lines to collapse completely, and these little nibbles could turn into some pretty big serious bites, with Ukraine potentially pushing further and further. So this is definitely an area we need to keep an eye on the most. So that's it for this video. Hope you found it interesting. Thanks so much for watching, and take care everybody.